Hello everybody, Big Jim here. Today we're going to do a cooking video. Today I'm going to show you how to make my sweet cornbread cake. It's a fan's favorite. Everybody loves it. It's sweet, and if you have diabetes, you might want to be careful concerning how much of this sweet cornbread cake you got. Well, I got this recipe off of allrecipes.com, but I modified the honey just to make it my own. But I'm going to give you a rundown on how I make it. The first thing we got to do is we got to set the oven to 350 degrees bake. 350 degrees bake. While the oven's warming up, I'm gonna take some Baker's Joy original no-stick baking spray with flour. We are making cake, and I'm gonna spray down my 9x13 aluminum pan. Be careful. This stuff has fumes going everywhere. But spray it down. Real good. Real good. Get the corners, you don't want it sticking. So I got my 9x13, and now we're gonna get into the gist of the whole sweet cornbread cake. Got my measuring cups and everything in front. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take 1 cup of cornmeal. And none of this stuff has to be sifted or anything special. But, you know, and I do use measuring cups, but if a little fall over, a little fall over. 1 cup cornmeal. That's cornmeal. That's that good stuff. It's right there, get your toes cut off. 1 cup cornmeal, throw it in the bowl. That's cornmeal, and we gotta do 3 cups of flour. I know everybody likes the measuring spoon flour, but I got my own technique for flour. Hold on, let me get a spoon. I got something else. 3 cups of flour. Again, shake it. Don't break it. What I do is I shake my cup a little bit. Shake it like a salt shaker. That's 1 cup. Yeah, I know more's going over, but shake it like a salt shaker. That's 2 cups. And the last cup of flour. Now be careful, because the flour can make it dry or make it too wet. So be careful how much over you get. 3 cups. 3 cups of flour. Close that bag back up. Here go the good stuff. 1½ cups of sugar. I got ½ cups, so I gotta use 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. There was some lumps in that sugar, but it'll be all right. It's my Kool-Aid sugar. And then we gotta use 2 tablespoons of baking powder. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. 1, 2. We're mixing all our dry ingredients up first, then we're gonna add our wet ingredients. Then we need 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm using butter and I'm using salt butter, but I'm still using 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't nobody want no salty cornbread. So now I got all my dry ingredients in there. This is what I do. I stir them up real good, try to break any lumps up I might have with my little wire whisk. So, here's all my dry ingredients. Again, I'm not using the blender. It's cornbread. You don't want it mixed up too well. So, I get all my dry. I got 1 cup of cornmeal, 3 cups of flour, 1½ cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I got that thoroughly mixed up. Now we got to go with our wets. Our wets is vegetable oil. we're gonna use, I should have had all this poured out, but hey, this is my first go around. 2/3 cups of vegetable oil. It's 1/3, 2/3 vegetable oil. Next thing we're gonna do is a 1/2 cup of melted butter. Just for you don't know, a 1/2 cup of melted butter is 1 stick of butter. That gives it that flavor. It's like that. That's golden deliciousness right there. If you don't know what that is, that's golden deliciousness. Next thing we got 4 beaten eggs. I beat the eggs up like they owe me money. But 4 beaten eggs. Get that in there. Put that in my sink. 4 beaten eggs. And we need 2.5 cups of milk. That's a lot. I don't care what cow you got this milk from, but get you 2.5 cups. It's 1 cup. 2 cups more. Oh, oven's ready. I'm slow. Here's a 1/2 cup. 2.5 cups of milk. That's that milk. That's how we say it down south. That milk. 2.5 cups of that milk. I ain't adding the honey yet. I want to get this beat up a little bit. Stir it up. Make it look good. So how that's looking, that you can see it. That cornbread, everybody love cornbread. You know what goes good with cornbread? Everything. Everything. People be asking, you gonna eat your cornbread? You say, yeah, man, I'm gonna eat my cornbread. But you gonna get that cornbread. So we got cornbread. We got it stirred up. It's gonna thicken up. I'm tired. That stuff will whoop you up. The key ingredients is honey. And we like to thank the honeybees for giving us this honey. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of honey. And I know that y'all gonna be saying 2, that's a lot of honey. But I'm gonna be using 4 tablespoons of honey. I should use 1/4 cup. But 4 tablespoons of honey. That's 1. Look at that. That's that golden brown. You don't know nothing about golden brown. That's 2. Look at that. Sweetness. Walter Payton can't be this sweet. 3. Some of y'all gonna be saying, good Lord, look at all that honey. I ain't done. 4. That's 4. And a little bit more, and then I'm gonna use a finger swipe to get it all in there. If y'all wasn't watching, I'll lick my fingers, but I'm not gonna do that. So I got the honey stirred up. Let me go over here and wash my hands. Just some soap and water I got in the sink. Rinse my hands off, because I don't want y'all talking. Ooh, he ain't even wash his hands. He ain't wash his hands. He nasty. I ain't never been nasty. I ain't been nasty since 74. Stir that up real good. Get that honey mixed up in there. Work it. I'm probably gonna lose about 30 calories making this. Stir it up real good. Real good. The prep time show will take you about 15 minutes. But guess what? Take this out, put that right here. Now we gotta go get our pan and put our cornbread in our pan. It's all waxed up, but sprayed up. Running. I know you're saying it look runny, but that's how it look. And I paid for all this. I'm trying to get all of it in there. Good. So, now that our cornbread is in the pan, next thing we gotta do, put it in the oven, 350 bake, for 45 minutes. Pardon me while I put my cornbread in the oven. I know y'all saw all that. Well, one thing to do, set a timer for 45 minutes. Okay, Google, set timer for 45 minutes. Y'all take your shoes off. I'll be back in 45 minutes. Thank you. You ain't gonna believe this. But I forgot to turn the camera on. I done took the cornbread out the oven. I done cut a little piece out of it to show you how good it was, and you missed the whole thing. Now I'm gonna cut another little square out of it so you can see how delicious this cake looks. It's still hot, it's burning my hand, but that is a good piece of cornbread cake. You should try making this for your family one day. You'll see how it just brings love and joy to everybody's face. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a blessed day. Man, cornbread, delicious. I bet you they always they had some.